I'm going to talk about the yen pairs first of all because the yen bubble, the JPY, is actually strong buy. So it looks like there might be technically weak, the yen, if you look at some of these yen crosses. So it might be that the sentiment is not agreeing with the technicals today on the yen pairs, and I'll try and explain why. See, for example, the Aussie dollar yen, we've got this horizontal support where I actually made an attempt to sell, but I got out quite quickly. See, 73.35, that's where I entered, and then I just got out at a very small loss. So I think that was perhaps a little bit too obvious, perhaps, but the predominant theme is that it's a bearish sequence with a descending pitchfork. But there's probably news and there's some narrative that's going on right now, and the corona fears are easing. US and China are still going ahead with their phase one deal. President Xi is talking up the Chinese economy, and they're going to do a good deal with UK with the HS2. So things are probably looking up. There is like the case for perhaps a weaker yen, despite the sentiment. So perhaps this would make sense in order to be a buy, where the yen would be a sell. So it's above that level there, which is what I mentioned, and we're above that median line there. What was interesting was the bounce on that part there. So that was actually a bullish sign. This looked like a stop run a little bit, bounce, and then we might, maybe it could have come down and tested that. That was probably my rationale, but I got out quickly, which is good because it's obviously having a good day today. Um, so yeah, that's just the Aussie yen. It's a bit of a funny one. It's quite tricky, potentially up to here, and yeah, keep the eye on the sentiment shifting as well. So that's the Aussie yen. It's a funny one. Go to the Swiss franc yen. So we're in an ascendant pitchfork. It's a bearish sequence on the H4, so ABCD. We're below the channel. There's some resistance there, 112.24, 112.75, and we've got supports below. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, this yen at the moment. We've got a bullish sequence on the euro yen. I think that would have come into a bit of surprise for a lot of people, everyone doom and gloom on the euro. But it's been a bullish sequence for a while now. We are in a descending pitchfork. We're below the channel. So pending that this holds, it will remain bullish. So 118.40. So resistance 119.30, 119.69, and supports 118.05. So maybe it might test this, but we've got a bullish sequence. So the reason how that's calculated, it would be a fib extension of the zigzag. So if we go here, you'll see why. So that red zone box is calculated as like a buffer zone on the Fibonacci. It's quite hard to explain. Oh, that's not quite accurate. There we go. Yeah, so anyway, you get the idea. So you see how these calculated because we got XAB, so it's AB, and you take that fib and you get an extension, fib extension, you see? So, and then you could use that fib to that one there, which would be your BC. Anyway, so that's the euro yen. So you can see how those fibs work. So we do the pound yen now. So this is quite a nice technical play. Got the break, and if we get the line there, I think it pretty much, yeah, more or less, it came quite close. I thought it might have hit it exactly, but anyway, we're above the break, the bullish dragon. We're in an ascending pitchfork with a bullish harmonic, and the shift channel is actually ascending as well. It looks pretty much flat, but it is slightly ascending, very, very gradually. So keeping on 142.03, 143.26. do gold. So gold's having a good time at the moment. It's a bullish shark, and the shift channel breaks, so then that would have been your buy at that point. And now if you held, you would have done quite well. I've just been buying dips in this, taking scalps and stuff. So I've no longer got any exposure to this now. I took profit. My robot was 1610, so we're coming up close to the robot's target. But I'm out at a profit, so that's quite good. Send a pitchfork, so it's looking pretty bullish. Do the H4. We got a bullish pitchfork ascending sequence harmonic. And if you went to the daily, even you'd see how bullish it was. Yeah, so we could even argue we've probably overextended a little bit on the daily. 1626 is resistance, 100% fib extension. Did actually 200%. So I'd imagine there'd be a bit of a selling volume up here. I'd imagine people getting stopped and whatnot. But we have slightly overextended on the daily. This support 1580, 1551, and there's currently a buy on the sentiment. When those guys get stopped out, it'll then become a sell, and then you know what will happen. So the retail sentiment is good to check, and you'll see by looking at the spreadsheet that I've got. I'll give you access to. You'll see this move in real time as well as people get stopped out and stuff. It's quite interesting. But at the moment, it's currently a buy because the dumb money is trying to sell it. So that's your daily, perhaps a little bit overextended. Like 1626. Okay, euro, the dollar. Okay, so H4 we've broken the pitchfork, so that would have been bearish. That break there would have been bearish. So highlight my last video, 110.34. You would have done well if you held. It's quite a decline that. Now we've slightly overextended on the H4 where we've come to the 61.8, which is the 161.8 extension. And that's at 107.92. It's a bearish sequence. Bearish ABCD there. So pending that breaks, it will negate the sequence, the bearishness of this harmonic. It's 108.08. So if we break above 108.08, then it will kill this ABCD, and then we'll have that support, the extension. So yeah, the sentiment is really skewed on this. So be careful about going long because nearly everyone else is, and it's really skewed. So take care. Pound daily. Now I've got the break on the channel, so that within your buy, and then we've got the main pitchfork. So we're below that. So 131.15. It's currently capped by that. We've got like a support at 127.66. So that's your daily. So below that could be quite bearish. Let's have a look at the H4, but we are above the channel, which is bullish. So H4, I haven't even seen the H4 yet. Okay, so we've got a descending pitchfork, descending channel. I mean, I don't have to draw this, but you can see how it works. So it knows that that's actually a established highs. So you've got a lower high and a lower low, and that's how that channel is created. 50%. It's at 130.16, and the 61.8 is 129.81. So yeah, keep an eye on that level. Dollar CAD, and this is the last one now. I don't want to make these videos too long. So we've got the bearish crab, which is essentially just another way of saying that the D was very extended. So if we were to go to the fib, if I remember how to do this, is it from that angle? There you go. So that's just to show you how accurate that was. Yeah, so it came close to the 423.6 fib extension, which is ridiculous, really. And that's how the crab is calculated. It's just another way of saying that the D zigzag, this CD leg, is a bit long in the tooth. So that's how that's calculated. So from that XABC, so it's your BC leg, and then you get D. So we got the 261.8 there, which might offer some support, 132.19, and this is actually a buy on the sentiment too, so keep an eye on that. But yeah, hopefully this has showed you how to do the fib extensions and how these harmonics are calculated. Hopefully it's helpful, and just a 10-minute video really, and hope you have a good week, and yeah, good luck and stuff, and take care.